Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Hey guys, my name's Morg, and welcome to a motorcycle driving by my house. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Morg, and welcome to Morley Vague. Woo! Yeah. Where I vaguely have an idea of what's going on or what I'm talking about. I know. Just like everyone else. So, today, I wanted to bring up to everyone with, hard-hitting journalistic integrity like you've never heard of them before, Ariel DeJesus. She is a pretty popular, somehow, TikToker and tattoo artist from Fort Worth, Texas. She claims that she's been doing this for about 11 to 13 years. 11 to 13 years, if I'm correct off the top of my head. And to be honest, I don't care enough to be correct, because clearly she doesn't care enough about her art or her clients to give a shit about what she's putting on them. Why should I care about how long she's been tattooing? So today we're going to go over some of her tattoos, and one of the reasons why I'm choosing to cover this as not only like my first video, but in general, is because I personally am a lover of tattoos. As you can see, I've got a pretty good one here. Eventually my whole arm up to my neck is going to be blasted. I have quite a few other tattoos as well on my body, and I'm accepting that sometimes you just get a shitty tattoo, and that's okay, because not everybody has the availability to a really good tattoo artist, and not everyone actually wants what I have on my body, and that's okay. Some people like what's called an ignorant style tattoo, or scratcher tattoos, and that's okay. Those, if done well, look shitty, but they're meant to look kind of like grungy, kind of meh, different, but they're done well. That's what matters, is that your tattoo is done well. Whatever style it is, right? And she not only, I guess you could say her style is shit. For today, we're going to go over a few of her things. First of all, she charges $160 flat rate, guys. Flat fucking rate. Are you kidding me? That is like, okay, so if you've ever had a tattoo done, that is like the number one warning sign when an artist charges a flat rate for all of their work. Like, no matter how long it's going to be, like, oh, you're going to be here for 12 hours? $10. You're walking out with a shit piece. Like, let's just start that. They're just going to literally blast you to the bone and it be like, oh, it's scarred? No, oh, yeah, I know. You paid me $10 for the free scarification. You're welcome. See you next week. Anyway, sorry, tangent. Let's take a look at this cover-up that she did. So we're going to start here by looking at her TikTok. So on her TikTok, these are just some that I've saved. So we're starting off strong with a really shitty You'll Float 2, generic Pennywise looking thing, right? So we can see that she's doing some kind of character. She is digging in with that machine. Holy f. I also don't like how she doesn't have this part of her tattoo wrapped with like the plastic that you need to wrap your machine with for when blood and plasma like bounce up off of the skin that you're tattooing, so that way you don't transfer it to anyone else. I also don't like that she has like a grip rather than like a use of Coban that you see most artists use. They'll rewrap their machine every time that they have a new client, new customer, whatever they want to call it, whatever you want to call it. They'll rewrap their machine to the thickness that they like to work with every time to ensure that that Coban is clean and runs the risk of not giving anybody an infection, no bloodborne pathogens, because that is something that you desperately have to worry about, especially in this kind of industry. And it seems like she really just does not give a fuck. I also don't like how close her sleeves are to the open skin. Like, it's okay to roll your sleeves up to your elbow, but like she still has hers like relatively on her forearm. That's like me going like this with my sleeve and being like, nah, it's fine. Blast ya. A little fuzz from my dogs and my boogers that I wiped on my sweater never hurt anybody. The before? Oh my god. So couple things here. Okay. I really appreciate how she pays homage to the previous piece that was there by leaving it entirely visible. Because I can see almost this entire one that she covered up. There's the boat, like Georgie's boat. If you know anything about me, you know that I really like horror. Literally like my favorite genre, especially like gore. That's something that I love, but also I like real horror movies, and the original and the remakes are those. And so like you can still see Georgie's boat in the background here because she didn't cover that up at all. And the point of a cover-up is to either incorporate a cover-up, like incorporate the previous tattoo so heavily that it is indistinguishable from the current, or that you completely cover it up and so you can't see any semblance of that anymore at all. You can see the biggest thing here is the eyes. Why does she have 2, 3, 4 eyes? And then you can still see Pennywise's like makeup and cheek. Here you can still see cheek, makeup here, eyeball, and then whatever the fuck this was, I don't even know. Oh, it was his nose. That's great. That's so good. So his nose is still entirely visible. Not to mention his teeth. You can see his teeth in there too. His mouth. I can see the balloon. I don't know why I didn't mention that already, but the balloon, the 2 eye like float too. It's like she just went around the old tattoo, called it a fucking cover up, and sent her about her day. But we're not even done critiquing this, because looking at it, there are lines. Like, why is this highlighted in a completely different angle than where you originally went? Did you forget to put ink here, or did you do your line there and then go over it with highlight and just lose control of your machine? So it went because that's what it looks like. Also, you shouldn't be throwing white highlights in where they're unneeded, and that is something that she loves to do. Some people probably think, oh, when they sign up with Ariel DeJesus, they know what they're coming into. They don't. Oftentimes, a lot of these people who come in to work with her are older and are not as, well adapted with the internet. And a lot of them are, what do us in the younger generations call it? That's right, Facebook lovers. They love to use Facebook, and that's where they're getting their research on the artist from. That kind of research is not what you want, because what she's posting on those sites too are not her current videos that you see are being posted to TikTok. That's why you often don't see her clients being of the younger generations. You see them being like older millennials and like Gen X's, Gen Y, like all of those people. And that's because they are being misled most times. And we find that out later on. I'll cover that more as we go. Next one we're going to go over is this one. Again, cover up, $160, and they're discussing like what she wants, and Ariel does this thing where she says, okay, give me 3 topics that you want me to use, and she did like Dreamcatcher and 2 others. It's also a pet peeve of mine how she shaves. She does not shave properly. Like, she does not get all of the hair off that site that she's going to be tattooing. But anyway, after, what? I just, like, why? I can see the lines running completely through your flowers, through the beads. I see this entire tattoo through here. I see some of this as well. I don't even know if this is where Marilyn was. I have no idea. But like, even from this, oh honey, it's not even like an up close thing. It's like a far away thing. Oh God, the more I look, the worse it gets. And again, with the light reflection, like, she does not know where her light wants to come from. Some of the comments over here also say, you really do have so much talent. The fact that the cover-up is worse than the original tattoo takes an incredible amount of skill. Dog. I can't. They're not wrong. They're not wrong. Nah, that's just wrong. Messing people up like that should be illegal. It's called a cover-up because it's supposed to cover up the previous tattoo. I've never seen somebody get their shirt dirty while getting a tattoo. Yeah, me either. I feel like that, again, comes with the hygiene thing that you're supposed to be following as an artist. But, what the f- do I know? For this one that we're going to go over where she copied, it is this one right here, Javi Tattooed Theory. This is the original piece. It is incredible. It is realism with that, like look at his eyes. You can see where the source of light is. You can see in his palms that light source is coming from the galaxy that he's holding. You can really see the beauty and the detail in his work. Every shadow on the face, the mustache, the beard, the hair. You can see the depth in the shading. It is just miraculous. The nails, you can see the cuticle and the nail bed. Just wow. The lines in the hands, the curvature, even in the reflections of the fingers, the curvature of the palm, just like, if I ever had a tattoo like this, I would be so proud to have that on my body. The rose that I have on my arm, my favorite tattoo, I am so proud to have that somewhere so visible, and I cannot wait to have the rest of my arm done because I'm I'm going to be incredibly proud to walk around with that for the rest of my life. Unfortunately, the person who she tried to copy this tattoo on will not say the same, because this is what they left with for their $160 blindfold tattoo compared to the original. First of all, there's no denying that she attempted to copy. You can also see that she's, again, not mixing her colors. She's just throwing white in places. Like, why are you throwing white lines randomly into this guy's beard? His beard is not shiny. His beard is the color of white or gray. His eyebrows are white, like gray, like an old man. And here she is throwing in white highlights on just his skin to create an arch like an eyebrow. You should be mixing your colors like you would any other paint, because that's literally what it is. It's tattoo ink. It's ink and or paint that goes in your skin. But, you know, whatever. And then this one, it looks like it was supposed to be a Wonder Woman tattoo with like a mandala kind of look to it. Cover-up / blastovers. That's what she's gonna call this. I'd love that for everyone. Not the titty chandelier. First of all, where's the mandala part of this exactly? This looks like an elephant crown, like in the drawn elephants that you see, or in like India, the elephants when they dress them up for like festivals, the like crown that they'll put on elephants. This looks like those like fake heart rings that you get out of those, you know, drop in 50 cents and crank it at the grocery store while your mom's yelling for you in the produce aisle. Very specific type of artists can pull off gem tattoos, right? You need to understand the reflection of light and how gems refract light in order to even be able to do a gem. And she's like, let me throw a whole ass heart in the middle of this bitch. Oh, I just noticed this line doesn't even connect. And this one doesn't either. This one, like, this side has more lines that are not symmetrical. There is no symmetry in this fucking thing. Like, she's got, this one's really fat. Whoop. This one is very inverted, and then, just kidding. This one, way deep. This one, more superficial. This leaf, we're gonna go right. What the titty chandelier blowing in the wind on this side, not on this side. Like, the more I look, the more stressed out I get. Oh yeah, another thing that she does is she takes a picture of your tattoo with your phone, and the entire time while she is recording your reaction, she's reacting to your tattoo that she just did the entire time. She's going, oh my gosh, do you love it? Isn't it great? Wow. No, bitch, it's not, actually. It's really, really not. On to the next. So let's cover a couple who they went and got a cover-up from Ariel, and they were not happy with the results. I wonder how anyone could be.
Hey guys, here it is. We went to Ariel over in Fort Worth, Texas. This is the before, and this is the after. It is a cover-up, keep in mind, okay? So, y'all, let me know in the comments what you actually think. Please don't spare...
I think it's fucking terrible, because I can see the entire tattoo that was attempted to be covered up in the background.
Anything. I want to know the truth. I'd also Anybody know any Oklahoma artists that are good at shading and covering up raspberry blood? That would be awesome too. Like, tag them in this. Let's get this out there to people that can fix this for my poor husband. Like, one of the bloodlines at the bottom that she added, it's black. I'm not sure what happened there. And look, I have a cover up.
To be honest, I don't think she knows what happened there either.
My cover up, you cannot see the old tattoo. So, y'all look at this. Can you still see the bottom of the knife, the teeth, some of the eyes, a lot of the flames? You can see the top of the handle. This just needs to be...
I can actually, believe it or not, I can see the entire fucking thing.
Filled in, and then we need to add some type of something at the bottom to cover up the raspberry blood. That would be awesome. But let me go to the inspo pitch. I'm going to put that up next. Okay, here we go, guys. This was the inspo pic. Yep, see? It would have covered everything. There would be nothing.
Wow, it's almost like that inspiration picture. The artist that did it understood shading and light. Like, clearly his line work still needs some help. At least this artist understands reflection and shading versus light, where areas need that. That is a huge part of being an artist, because although if you have a piece this big, you know, your line work should be impeccable. Your line work should be absolutely like perfect to the best of your ability. And this part right here really bugs me. Also, these lines, I don't know if they're supposed to purposely be like that. Like, there seems to be a pattern here, but miraculous compared to Ariel.
Showing. That's why we chose it as maybe a cover up. Anyways, that's what it was supposed to look like.
The tattoo that your husband got is shit. This is 1,000 times better. But don't worry, she posted an update.
Everybody wants to see how the healing process is going. It's been 1 week today. Here's side by side, before and after. This was taken at Ariel's shop. So here's that. Okay, guys, look. This is literally, it won't even be 7 full days until tonight at 8 p.m. Can you not see all the washout? I don't even know what to say. She's trying to say, oh, he likes it. Who would like this? I want to point out some things because I don't know if you see.
My gases are flabbered. Not to labia your majora, but this is fucking horrific. You're trying to tell me that this was supposed to last forever? This is a cover up? Bitch, where? Where? In your dreams?
See the 2 eyeballs? You see the nose?
That's the old fucking tattoo.
You see the top teeth, the bottom teeth of the mouth.
Oh my god.
And then the knife that's exiting the bottom, okay? And then if you look at the very, very top, I'm not going to use my hands because it just messes it up. But look at the top, you can see the top of the knife, and then you can see the handle and the bands up there. But this is the funny part, okay? We have decided what Ariel actually gave him. This is an octopus helmet. Because y'all see it? You see the octopus tentacles?
Maybe the owner of this tattoo is into hentai. So ultimately, this man and his wife ended up finding a much better artist in their area that was able to successfully cover that up. Thankfully, because holy hell did they walk out with a disaster of a piece.
Then you got the cape. Then you got the helmet.
Now this is what a cover-up typically looks like. I can't see the raspberry blood that she kept referring to earlier, because it was probably the color of raspberry and it was meant to be blood, but it was incredibly unsuccessful with doing that. That is just insane. Insane. And then the last one that we're going to cover is a gentleman who went in and didn't get a cover-up, I believe. I think he just ended up asking for a just a tattoo, like a blindfold tattoo, obviously, because we're going to blindfold tattoos, and ended up getting a tattoo from Ariel that was Disney themed, was one of the themes that he gave her. Don't worry, he got one.
I'm looking at if it's a blindfolded tattoo. As in my client was blindfolded and given a tattoo that he thought was a pretty good deal. And before any of you say, Booker, that's not bad, you're right.
Ugh.
And if it were any worse, I probably wouldn't have been able to attempt to fix it, so.
Girl said that better than I ever could. First of all, what the f***? Again, with the blue coming out of the line. I swear to God, this girl does not look where she puts her needle down. She's just like, zink, zink. She just, ooh, bzz, bzz, bzz. You got skin? There. She's just going about coloring people in like a fucking coloring book as a toddler. You've seen how deep that she's digging in her needles and like her tattoo machine. Girl is going full on in, okay? Like, obviously you need to go in with a tattoo. Let's say your tattoo needle is this long, you know, you don't need to go all the way to the hilt, darling. Like, why? And you can tell by looking at her line work here. Like, every single line is blown out.
Oh, this is what we gotta work with. And if you were wondering about the quality of the tattoo beforehand, yes, the lines were super scarred and blown out. The first thing I had to do was fix the lines to correct any inadequacies.
So, for those of you who ever wonder, like, oh, don't all tattoos scar? No, actually. Most tattoos don't scar. There's some areas of your body where tattoos might scar, some just because you have thinner skin. But typically, if you have a good tattoo artist, your tattoos are not going to scar. It tells me that she went way too deep, way too rough, while tattooing him if they were scarred.
Mistakes, and then add some black shading to make it have a little bit more shape to it. I would also like to mention that I only charged $100 for this fix-up, and I traded a Dr. Pepper for it, so
this is something that I wanted to mention. Do you see how her tattoo machine is completely wrapped? A girl knows what she's doing. Not only can we tell by what she just did on this man, but we can also tell by the way that she treats her machine. Oh, love it. She has the bottom wrapped with Coban, and underneath the Coban, she has that wrapping, so that way plasma and blood don't get all over her machine. And then she replaces the Coban and the wrapping every time, and that is what you want to see. Ooh.
hey, not too bad for $100, am I right, gamers? And the
You do be right.
2 hours, which wasn't too bad. I added some red to hide out those blowout lines I mentioned before, so I think it makes it really pop. And you know I couldn't do this video without catching his reaction.
So if any of you are wondering, her name is Chinchilla Das, and I love her. She is not my artist. I've never gotten a tattoo from her, but she is fixing multiple people's tattoos from Blindfold Tattoo. To kind of wrap it all up, if you are in Fort Worth, Texas, I personally would never get a tattoo from Ariel De Jesus, and I don't want to say never get one because I don't want her to feel attacked. I also don't want her to feel like, you know, I'm trying to kill a business. It's not like I have enough influence to do that anyway. I'm just some random girl talking to a camera in her apartment, but you know, I don't think it's a good idea either way. I just, unless you want to get like shanked a million times with a tattoo machine for no reason, probably don't do it. Please leave a comment, leave a like, and subscribe. I am trying to get my first 100 subscribers. I would be really excited to have a few of you. Thank you. Bye-bye.